Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Oh, they got the killer pulled up on the screen. Yeah, we got the murder, the killer on the screen. We live in some dark times, y'all. Some dark times. I'm just saying. You see what's going on. Now they got this lady all over the internet that received $500,000 for saying the N-word. Something about protecting her family. This is crazy, man. This is ridiculous. I'm looking at this. You know, we already got this kid. Somebody did. Oh man, what is the world coming to, fam?
You call him a nigger?
Oh man, what is going on?
I'm a nigger?
Oh man.
You nigger.
Okay.
Oh.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
Oh man. What has the world come to, man? You know? This is where we're at. It says none of this happens if not for Karmelo Anthony. Look at this. Give, see, and go. Two people who don't deserve a dime are being paid because people are mad on the internet. Shiloh doesn't deserve to be praised for being trashy, and Karmelo Anthony's family doesn't deserve $1 for raising a thug. Supporting either of these people is gross. Karmelo shouldn't have had a knife at a track meet on school property and murder someone with it. That was bad. And as a grown adult woman, shouldn't be calling a 5-year-old child a N-word. Also bad. You see how easy it is to acknowledge two wrongs at the same time? I know, mind-blowing. Yeah. Karmelo Anthony killed Austin Metcalf in cold blood and got over $500,000. And Deshaun Leith committed suicide by a cop, got $14,000. Brianna Rivers punched a pro-life woman on the face because she got in her feelings, got $9,000. And now the racist white lady called a 5-year-old kid the N-bomb and got over $200,000. But now I think the number is even higher than that as I'm recording. How is everybody is claiming they're broke yet they got money to make these horrible people rich? We are, as a society, this society is doomed, you know? So I'm guessing this is on all you guys' timeline right now. You're seeing the exact same things that I'm seeing. Some of you are not. And this is one reason why we're making this video. But we have a huge video for Karmelo Anthony. But white lives matter. Karmelo Anthony, justice. Karmelo Anthony's a murder. Justice for Austin Metcalf. This is on the. They're holding this up in the middle of the freeway, middle of the highway, interstate, whatever you call it. Ooh. But you know what I say? All lives matter. All lives matter. Every single life matters, man. It's one love to the human race, man. But I'm just showing y'all, man, it is honestly sad and pathetic, the times that we are living in, man. You know? Black people are incapable of simply leaving. Trespassing, in the wrong, not supposed to be there. You ask them to leave, they don't want to leave. They want to argue, fight, be the big bad, tough person. They want to pull out their big bad knife. You know? They want to hit and attack the police and then don't understand that their actions come with rewards and consequences. Life or death. Positives and negatives. You have to live and die behind your decisions, ladies and gentlemen. One decision Sometimes you get a second chance, a third chance, maybe even a fourth chance. And sometimes it just takes one and you're out of there. You know, but I look viral, over 5 million views just a couple days ago. And the caption is Austin Metcalf had to do was ask Carmelo Anthony to leave, and he would have left. And but black people are incapable of simply leaving. He wasn't supposed to be there. They say he was skipping school. He wasn't supposed to be there. Then you're already on school property. You're at a track meet. You have a knife. Woof. I mean, it's just red flags everywhere. But hey, he's the hero. Self-defense. The killer. $500,000 could have been donated and funded to way other things that could benefit this country and what we have. But no, it's still a killer. Murderer. And their spokesman, you know. I mean, it's just mug shots and a complete rap sheet. A disgrace, you know. A BLM activist, scammer, you know. This is what we have right now going on, y'all. But I wanted to get into this video. Huge shout out to my brother Jumpsuit Pablo and he even gave me a shout out in the last video and even came into my comment section and showed me love, man. Huge shout out to my brother. Here he is right here. Make sure y'all go subscribe to him, show him some love.
And is over.
But let's definitely get into this, man. I definitely want to check this out, but I want to let y'all know what's going on before we get into this video. It's crazy, man. But these are the times that we're living in. Check it out.
With Carmelo Anthony likely headed to prison for quite a while, there's several things happening with this case in the public that I can't help but foresee affecting Carmelo's prison time and his overall experience in there in a major way, and not in a good way either. But first, we're going to address a few things, a few headlines surrounding the Carmelo and Austin Metcalf case. One of them being the photo of Carmelo holding the big gun and the controversy surrounding that, and a photo of Austin it's being compared to. And I'll just give you my...
Yeah, the BLM scam, the black people, the black community says white supremacy because of this photo right here. You know, again, I've dressed like this before when I was going hunting. You know, I hunt and fish for my father, you know. But they're comparing these two images. They're comparing this to that. You know, the BLM scam. The black community, man. They hate accountability. You know, and and with those people, a lot of people on the left, these Democrats, you know, black people, it's the white man's fault. White supremacy. Oh, I can't make it to work on time. But I you know, I was up all night partying and I got fired from my job. It's the white man's fault. Oh, I can't lose weight, but I just had a hamburger and hot dogs and, you know, and sugary drinks and sugary candy. And I just can't lose any weight. I've gained a couple pounds. It's the white man's fault. We live in some sad, pathetic times, man.
Quick take on it. And then also we have a quick clip of an interview with a former classmate of Carmelo Anthony that she gave to the news media, and I'll let you know what I think about that. Then we'll go ahead and jump right into why it is going to be very difficult for Carmelo Anthony to make any friends, any confidants, any business relationships, which prison runs on business relationships. I need you, you need me, we're safe.
Yeah.
As there's videos, a lot of comparisons started being made to this photo. You have Carmelo Anthony, you know, holding his gun, and then you have Austin Metcalf and his buddy holding his gun. Okay. Oh, you know, Austin's just as bad. If you think this photo of Carmelo's bad, then the same can be said about Austin. He's doing the same thing. Yeah. Ma'am, sir.
And people that are claiming it, they're just simple. It's those, I'm telling you, those race hustlers, them scamming, deranged folks, the BLM scam. You know, they don't want to, they know the truth, but don't want to admit it. Again, go read some of the comments underneath that Go Send Me Go fundraiser. We hate white people, They know that these boys, these young men are hunting. And they know that that man, that kid holding up that AK-47 with that extended mag, with his middle finger and got middle finger up, throwing a gang sign up. You know, they know that's thug, gangster. Listening to his favorite rappers like the Migos and the 21 Savages, I tell you, man, don't worry. I listen to the same music. Don't worry. But I know right from wrong, though. I know that putting an image out there a certain way will make or break me. Don't worry, I know. The NBA young boys and hey, it's all out there, man. I listen to the same music as a lot of y'all too. I listen to every genre, man. These rappers all talk about the same thing: drugs, women, money, cars, money laundering, all the stuff, man. We know what's in these rap songs in the movies, on television, the black hip hop culture. So hey, it's nothing new, man. But like I tell y'all, the image that you put out there will make or break you. And this is why I tell parents, be involved. Keep being amazing leaders and mentors, right from wrong, common sense. No way in hell I'm letting my son put out a photo of him with a gun throwing up a gang sign out on his social media. Or you can get the hell out this house. That's how I would run it. Y'all let me know how you would run it with your kids. And then again, there's a lot of amazing parents watching today's video. There's a lot of amazing parents that are subscribed to this channel that are a part of the family. If you're new here, join the family. Hit that subscribe button. But parents, we got to be I'm telling you, man, it is only getting worse. It's only getting worse. These next generations, I'm telling you, it's only getting worse, man.
Personally, I see right here with Austin, I see two guys wearing hunting attire.
Hunting attire. Again, we don't got to go through all this. I'm from the
sign holding up a chopper. Now here's where
and now we're the thug, the gangster.
Everybody wants to make, it's been debunked. It's been debunked. If you zoom in here, I still don't know if this is true, but let's just say it is. We zoom in here. This is an airsoft gun. This is not a real gun. This is an airsoft gun. It shoots little BBs. It's a BB gun. It's fake. See, if you zoom in, you can see where just the tiniest little sliver of the orange tip that are known to be on the end of these airsoft guns. You can see that. You can see where it was cut off. Why? Okay, let's go with that. Let's suspend disbelief and go with that theory. Why was it cut off? Ma'am? Sir? Hello? Why was it cut off? Why would you do that? Why would you do that, then hold it up and flash a gang sign?
Yeah. Again, no matter hey, the image you put out there, it don't make it any better putting up the gang sign. I'm telling you, even if it was a BB gun, the image that you put out there, that's the point I'm making, y'all. I don't give if it's a real gun or not. It's the image that you put out there, man.
People, not deers, not turkeys, not ducks, not geese. People think that they are real guns because other than that orange tip, it's very hard to tell unless you're really knowledgeable about firearms and guns. So to the average person, it's going to seem like a real gun. So now you got all the intimidation factor of a real gun with much less of the risk of riding around with a real gun that he's probably not supposed to have. Let's be real. An orange tip or not an orange tip is not going to make a ding dang lick of difference to a deer.
That one, I got a BB gun that doesn't have orange tips. I think all my BB guns. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, man. These people is crazy, man. Don't put. Look, yeah. Let me see. Can they see this? Look. Yeah. Look. Yeah. No orange tip. Y'all see orange tip? No orange tip. No orange tip, man. Come on now. What we got? It don't matter. It don't matter, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. No orange tip. Nope. No orange tip. BB gun. Nope. No orange tip. No orange tip, man. Come on now. Come on, man. Breathe, Rick. Breathe. I got beat real and BB guns. Yeah. No orange tip. I think every last BB gun I have, no orange tip. I've never bought an orange tip. You know.
Or a goose. Who's it going to make a difference to? A human. That is meant to intimidate a human. You remove the signal that, hey, this is a fake gun. You remove that so that a human thinks it's real. It's meant to scare a human.
Yeah.
And the gang signs and all black attire don't help. You can't tell me this is the same thing. That's just such a reach, and it's ridiculous. There's my take on it. There's plenty of people in the streets who ride around and they rob drug dealers or they rob people with fake guns because they think, oh, well, you know, I don't want the charge if I get pulled over or you know, I don't want the risk that comes with having a real illegal gun, but I'll get a
you got to go to jail. You got to go to jail.
Fake gun and make it look real so that I have the intimidation factor to rob and control this person and make them obey my commands so that I can take what they have.
You got to go to jail. Jail you go.
Nothing good can come from that. So I don't see why this is some saving grace in some people's eyes. Oh, it's been a fake gun all along. He did everything he could to make it look real. And why do you think that is? I'll leave you with that. Moving on to the next thing. Here's a clip from a young lady in high school who was formerly a classmate of Karmelo Anthony, and she wants to tell you how she can't believe that he did this because all she ever knew him for, the only time she ever really heard his name come up was when he was getting in fights. Take a look.
I'm in shock because it's like, I wouldn't expect that from him. I only know him fighting and stuff, like, you know, but to take someone's life is just like a different level.
Oh, absolutely. A different level indeed. And what a thing to be known for. You know, you interview some young lady. She seems nice enough, got her head on straight. Oh, Karmelo? Well, I mean, all I ever heard about him, he just fights all the time. Of course he does. And then the one time he could have fought and saved his future and his life and saved the future and life of another young man, he didn't want to. And like she said, that's a whole nother level. Yeah, he decided to take it to a whole nother level. I don't know what made him do it. Just wanting to be cool, wanting to be tough, wanting to be a gangsta out there in prominent upper middle class Frisco, Texas. You pull out a knife and plunge it into the heart of some young man. What a thing to be known for. Yeah, I mean, I always hear about him fatting. Well, it's very ironic, brother, because of you being, you're known for fighting, but because the one time you should have fought, probably the most important would have been fight in your life, because you would have been fighting to save your life, because the alternative is what you chose to do and essentially ruined your life, took your life from you, took another young man's life from him. You chose not to fight that day. You chose not to do what you're known for. Mike Tyson over here. Ironically enough, because of that, you are going to be sent to a place where everyone is known for fighting, buddy. Everyone is known for fighting, and I guarantee you they're known for fighting 10 times more than you. I'm not talking, oh, meet me in the bathroom. Oh, yeah, I'm going to shove you into the urinal and then punch you twice. Yeah, have you had enough yet, buddy? Oh, the principal's coming. Oh, break it up, break it up. I'm talking about grown 44-year-old humongous men who have lost their families, their futures, their children, everything they have ever loved and everything they have ever cared for. They ruined it, and they know that, and they resent themselves. They resent their life. They wake up in the morning and they hate where they're at. And they love to see stupid young punks like you come in thinking they're tough and will beat the brakes off you.
Breaks off of you.
They're known for fighting too, buddy. You know me, and you know what? I'm not even trying to sound tough here when I say this, because I'll be the first to admit I am not the toughest guy in prison. I was not the toughest guy in my prison. I didn't run my prison. I was not the most feared guy in my prison. You know, honestly, if you got 100 inmates in there, I'm probably somewhere between the halfway mark when it comes to fighting. Okay, I'm probably, which that ain't too bad, but it ain't that great, right? Just average. 2 years. I did 10 years in prison. My first 2 years, at one point I went to solitary confinement after my first 2 years. I got really, really bored in there because there's nothing to do. I counted how many fights I had been in those 2 years. 44. That's more than some professional boxers have in their entire career. 44 fights, and I'm not talking, okay, that's enough. I've had enough. Mercy, uncle. No, I'm talking about like this guy might actually beat me to death if I don't fight back hard enough and make him stop. 44 fights.
44.
I bet you've never seen 44 fights in your 30, 40, 50 years of living.
Man.
And again, I'm not even worth mentioning. Karmelo, you're going to be in there with some... Okay. That's what I got to say about that. And that kind of leads me into the main point of this video. Okay. You've seen my others, probably. We've touched on a lot of points about what is it about Karmelo's behavior, the people surrounding him, their behavior, and just some things that have happened here, gang-wise, prison politic-wise, you know, how that would affect him, blah, 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 the most obvious things. Let's talk about something not so obvious, something that is a bit niche to people who have been in prison that you probably don't know about. And I want to bring this to your attention, something that happens and something that's a problem. And I think, you know, usually the thing is with your run-of-the-mill inmate, it's not a big problem. It may happen sometimes, and it sucks when it does, but when you're this guy and the type of stuff we see going on with his case out here, just in the public, just in the free outside of incarceration public, I can already see it happening now once he goes to prison, and it is going to ruin. Nobody's going to want to touch him. And I don't mean harm him. I mean, nobody's going to want to be associated with him, make friends with him, do business with him, be in cahoots with him. And definitely more than anything, I do not want you in my cell because you are going to bring nothing but trouble and drama to me. And here's why. Now, obviously, this whole situation is very emotionally charged from both sides, whether you're in the corner of Karmelo or the corner of Austin Metcalf. Regardless, people are very passionate about this situation and this case, and it's even led to swatting going on. If you don't know what swatting is, most people probably do, but if you don't know, it's basically you find the location of someone you don't like or you want to do this to, and you call the local police.
Yeah, it's honestly sad with the family. The victim was the family. The victim's family, the dad. I mean, it's sad how the family's being treated, man. You know, the times that we're living in, man. We have no sympathy for a family who's lost their loved one. You know, we have no. A lot of these people are just deranged, out of touch, hatred, racist. You know, right from wrong. Right from wrong, people. You know, and it's sad, man. It really is. We are living in some sad, pathetic times, man. Some dark, dark times. And people say the end days is here. Oh, Jesus, come on. We need a whole reset. That's how bad it's gotten. And it's only getting worse. Only getting worse, man. And seeing people defend this and donate, it's sad, man. Look, and you know, it is, man.
Anonymously, and you say, hey, they have someone held hostage. They have, you think of the most egregious.
But yeah, they're swatting. They were still. I showed you guys in the previous video, so a lot of people already know what is taking place with the swatting and how the victim's family, the Metcalf family, is under attack. The family can't even grieve. It's honestly just, it's sick, man.
There is something extremely serious going on here. Oh my gosh, this is a dangerous man, and he has hostage. Many times they think he has hostages or something awful is going on, so they come in, you know, in their minds. Oh man, we got to be ready for it. Some streamer or some person online or Karmelo or Austin's family or Carmelo's family just sitting there minding their business watching Netflix, and the police just bust down their door. Get on the ground. You know, that's what people are doing to both families. This has happened to both families, reportedly. It's because people on each side are so passionate and they want to take it so far.
No, I didn't know. I did not know it was happening to both families. So now I'm learning something new. We've seen a lot of this happening. They broke the news, even on the news, to the Metcalf family. Now I did not know what happened to the Anthony family. You know,
that they're swatting people. I've had me in the past, about a year and a half ago, I had someone call the police to my house. I had 5 police officers surrounding my house, shining flashlights in, thinking that some kidnapping was happening. Then we had a good laugh about it once they realized nothing was going on. But hey, it's not always that easy, and it can get very dangerous, and people can get killed. People have gotten killed from swatting calls. The point of that is, this I can't help but think of how much power the outside and the public has. I'll be honest, they truly, and if there's any former COs, corrections officers who worked in prisons, or current officers who work in prisons, because I see a lot of you commenting and validating the authenticity of the information I'm giving, and I do appreciate that. Okay. And even former inmates. We're all there. We all have experienced this. We know. So please speak up in the comments with some validation and confirmation. The public calling up to a prison has a lot of power. Prisons, I'll tell you now, they don't like it. Prisons seem to we like to run things, and for whatever reason. You know, I'm not saying it's because they're corrupt, but it's like, you know, if prisons are corrupt, I'll tell you what, inmates are corrupt too. And I was one, and I'll be the first to tell you. Inmates are going to find any way to weasel around stuff and be corrupt and get away with stuff and be sneaky. And as corrections officers, even though at one point I was on the opposite team, I can empathize and put myself in your shoes and understand from a human aspect why sometimes you gotta play dirty too. Because we play so dirty. Not to get ahead of myself, but all that being said, to say, inmates will have people call up there sometimes as tactics because staff doesn't like that. They'll threaten to go to the news. They'll threaten this. They'll do that. We'll expose things that shouldn't be going on there that are going on. When really, this is the only way officers know to counteract the advanced methods of inmates who have all the time in the world to sit there and think how to get around rules and how to bend rules and how to get away with stuff. It's its own universe. It's its own world when you get to prison. Moving forward, I can see the people who are doing the swatting and the calling and sitting there and calling and placing these calls that are inciting danger in very serious situations. They would have absolutely no problem calling the prison that Karmelo Anthony goes to, because I've seen it done before. Wade Wilson. I made over 100 videos about Wade Wilson. I have seen plenty of people in the comments. I know for a fact I've received emails from staff at Wade Wilson's prison. People by the thousands have called that prison and made false claims that he had a cell phone, that he had drugs, that he had contraband, that he was doing this, he had a knife, he was doing this. And the thing is, the staff gets exhausted because they have to. They are required to. If they get a tip from the outside that an inmate in there is doing something they're not supposed to do, they have to go shake down, which basically means sneakily, abruptly, bust into your cell. Hey, get up, get against the wall, put your hands behind your back. We're going to handcuff you, pull you out of this cell, and we're going to search your whole cell. We're going to turn all your possessions. We're going to look at your mattress. We're going to look everywhere for whatever the tip was that we got. I can see hundreds, if not thousands, of false calls, false claims about false tips being made about Karmelo Anthony. They did it to Alec Murdoch. I know for a fact they did it to Wade Wilson, because I received complaints from the staff asking me to please ask people not to do that, because the staff was so overwhelmed. They were getting so many calls per day, and they had to go search his cell so many times per day that it was ridiculous. Someone's going to figure that out, and they're going to call the prison Karmelo Anthony is at every single day and say, Karmelo's got a contraband cell phone. Karmelo has a knife. Karmelo has drugs. Karmelo did this. Karmelo killed someone. Karmelo's holding his cellmate captive. Karmelo did Karmelo with anything they can think of, and the staff has to investigate. The problem that arises for inmates is when staff gets that call, they have to come interrupt you, which is very let me tell you, it is very extremely nerve-wracking for inmates. Your cell is your home. Someone's going to come in there anytime they want. They have a key. They come in there, make you get against a wall, strip you, take all your clothes off. They make you squat and cough, and they look up in between your butt cheeks to make sure nothing is poking out once you cough. It's to activate the rectal flexing muscles to see if any knives or any contraband pokes out when you cough. So you're not hiding anything up there. You have to put your butthole in people's face.
You about to be done cleaned up. And a lot of y'all don't be cleaning up. You better have that thing clean. You about to wipe good. Cough again. That ain't. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, y'all. I shouldn't have said it. They say, Rick, sir, can you please act your age, sir? I'm sorry, y'all.
Men's face. Then you have to turn around, put your hands up, and show them your penis.
Show them your nuts.
And make sure that you don't have anything hidden under your penis.
They want to see if you got something on that mushroom tip. Do you have something on that mushroom tip?
You have to get butt naked, and it's very humiliating and demeaning. And it's something you don't want to go through every day, even every week, even every month. How often do you want that to happen to you? Probably never in a lifetime. This is going to happen once a day, if not once, twice, 3 times per week for Karmelo, once people figure that out. And here's the thing. If I'm an inmate and I'm doing dirt, I'm getting contraband in, I'm getting cell phones, which is the heart, that is the lifeblood of a prison ecosystem. We are getting contraband in, we are getting drugs in, we're getting tobacco in, we're getting cell phones in, we're selling knives. We call them blacksmiths. We have people who make knives and sell them so that they can take the money they made from selling that and go buy drugs and contraband from the drug dealer in the prison. Nobody is going to want to associate with him because you have people after you and watching you every single day. There is no telling when someone is going to pop up. And here's the thing about the cellmate. You can't be in my cell. I got stuff going on. I have a cell phone. I paid $4,000 for this. That's what they cost. Yes, sir. That's what they cost. $4,000. You better believe it. They'll buy it for $30 at Dollar General, get it thrown over the fence, get it brought in, and it goes for $4,000. If you want it brand new, unused, plastic still on the screen with a charger. $4,000 right now. Buddy, My baby mama spent everything she had to buy this phone. I can't let you in this cell because I'm liable to lose it tomorrow, if not tonight. Because so many people on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all over the internet are ready to call up here and make your life a living hell, whether it's true or not. I want people to come in there and harass you, so I'm going to call up there and do that to you. They know this. Inmates know this. They foresee this. This is how their environment works. This is a part of their ecosystem, and they are aware of the threat, and they are aware of people who bring that threat to them. And so everybody's going to want to back off and not touch them and have anything to do with them. So all the people who are saying, oh, someone's going to take him in, somebody's going to, people don't want to touch him with a 10-foot pole as far as being friends. Now, as far as someone wanting to harm him and get him on up out of their cell block, I'm sure that's all the more reason it would be welcome. We don't want them in our cell block. Get them out of here. They're probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they approach him off gate. He don't take 2 steps in the cell block and go, hey, brother, we don't have a problem with you. Let's say best case scenario. We don't care what you did. We're not mad at you. We don't want to get you. We don't have a hit out on you. We don't want to harm, but we're telling you, we got a good thing going on in here. We were just fine before you got here. And we're not going to let you screw this up. There's 71 other cell blocks in this prison. You're going to have to find a new one. We're asking you, before things get physical, turn around, bang on the door and tell the CO, I got to get out of here. I'm not safe. I need to go somewhere else, please. Or we'll make you do it. Your choice. He's going to choose to do it himself. Trust me, he's going to choose to do it himself. That's how that's going to go until eventually he ends up all alone, all by himself. The public will make his life a living hell because they are fueled by passion to do so. That's my take on that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was insightful and informative. That's all I mean to do here. I don't mean to cause hate, division, or anything else. I'm only here to tell you how inmates will see it. And there is no shortage of former inmates and former officers or anyone who's ever known an inmate who will tell you everything I say is valid. That's all I'm here to do. Thanks for watching,
Paulo, man.
and I'll see you next time.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christina Green, the dentist who helped Jumpsuit Pablo get his smile, health, and confidence back.
All right, my boy got that smile going on. Shout out to you. But there it is, y'all. You know, a lot of y'all sent me this to check out and react to tonight. So I said, you know what, let's go for it. Crazy what's going on, man. It is crazy what is taking place, man. You know, what a disgrace. But I love y'all. God bless you all and your families, man. Again, right from wrong and common sense, man. Right from wrong and common sense. You know, I'll catch y'all in the next one.